Hi, it's Tara at the Cedar Rapids Public Library, and I'm excited to talk to you about some great Read Woke chapter books for elementary and middle school students. So I'll start out by sharing some books that are great for kids who are just starting to read chapter books. And our first one is called El Rey Jakes by Sally Warner, and this is a good read for children ages 7 to 9. This is also a good book for reluctant readers. So El Rey Jakes, our main character, loves being a class clown and often gets into trouble at school. His parents promise him a trip to Disneyland if he can just behave for a week. The problem is that El Rey is getting bullied at school by two of his peers. So what's a kid to do? A humorous, relatively light read that will be relatable for early elementary students. And if you enjoy this book, you may also enjoy a similar book called Keena Ford and the Second Grade Mix-Up. Get a Grip, Vivi Cohen is by author Sarah Capite and is a great read for kids ages 9 to 11. This is an authentic and heartfelt story starring Vivi, an 11-year-old girl with autism who loves baseball. Vivi experiences many challenges throughout the story, but she finds the courage and determination to overcome them all. A character-driven, compelling read. Stargazing by Jen Wang is a character-driven, culturally rich graphic novel that will tug on your heartstrings. When Christine meets Moon, she is not sure what to think. Christine is used to doing everything she can to conform to her family's Chinese American culture and their expectations of her, but Moon doesn't seem to care much about conformity. This graphic novel explores themes of friendship, identity, and growth through relationships and is a good read for children ages 9 to 11. Our next book is called American as Paneer Pie by Kelkar Supriya, and this is a great read for kids ages 9 to 11. So how do you handle navigating the tumultuous time of adolescence while living in a town where no one else celebrates or appreciates your culture? This is the situation that 11-year-old Lika finds herself in. At home, she enjoys celebrating her Hindu culture with family celebrations, delicious traditional foods, and watching Bollywood movies. While at school, she seeks to fit in and she tries to hide her bindi birthmark beneath her hair. When a new girl who shares Lika's culture moves into her neighborhood, she is forced to rethink the way she has been hiding her culture at school. This is a character-driven celebration of Hindu culture, as well as an exploration of the complexity of assimilation. The Boys in the Back Row by author Mike Young is a refreshing celebration of a close friendship between two sixth-grade boys. Jung, the author, addresses serious topics such as gender stereotyping, racism, and bullying that add to the authenticity of the story. Preteens will enjoy the adventures and hijinks that friends Matt and Eric get into, as well as a salute to band geeks and comic lovers alike. This is a great read for children ages 10 to 12. If you end up liking The Boys in the Back Row, I would also recommend a book called Two-Night Owl from Dogfish. Indian No More by author Charlene McManus is loosely based on the author's childhood. This book follows 10-year-old Regina as her and her Native American family are forced out of their home and off tribal lands. The book is set in Oregon in the 1950s and is a heartfelt, moving account of a topic that is not often covered in children's fiction. I would recommend this book for children ages 10 to 12. Amina's Voice by author Henna Khan is a beautiful story featuring a strong Pakistani-American Muslim protagonist. Amina faces pressures from inside her Muslim family and discrimination from Islamophobic elements in her community. This book includes themes of resilience, friendship, and community, and I would recommend this book for children ages 10 to 13. If you are interested in a read-alike for Amina's Voice, try a series called Planet Omar. Class Act by Jerry Craft is a must-read sequel to Craft's New Barry and Coretta Scott King award-winning graphic novel, New Kid. In this book, Craft uncovers themes of race, socioeconomics, colorism, and solidarity through the storyline of the main character Jordan and his friends Drew and Liam. Craft's choice of telling this story as a graphic novel makes this book even more accessible to reluctant readers, and I would recommend this book for children ages 10 to 13. The Witch Boy by Molly Ostertag is a gender-bending fantasy graphic novel that follows 13-year-old Aster as he strives to become a witch in a society that doesn't allow boys to explore witchcraft. The last time a boy in his community tried to become a witch, well, it ended in disaster. Will Aster choose to conform to the gender roles he's been taught or forge his own path? Readers will appreciate the rich world-building, charming artwork, and well-developed characters, and I'd recommend this one for kids ages 10 to 13. The Crossover by Kwame Alexander has become a very popular novel. Channeling the natural beat of rap and hip-hop music, author Kwame tells the story of two brothers, Josh and Jordan, who, although they are different, usually jive on and off the basketball court. When Jordan gets a girlfriend, the brothers' relationship is thrown off balance. This isn't your average basketball tale. It's told in poetic verse, and this fast-paced read is sure to hook book lovers and non-book lovers alike. There is also a version of this story written in graphic novel form. And if you enjoy a sports-oriented book, you may also like Becoming Muhammad Ali. I would recommend The Crossover to readers ages 10 to 13. Ana Maria Reyes Does Not Live in a Castle by Hilda Eunice Burgos is a richly detailed story and has characters that highlight the Latinx experience. It also includes a very relatable family story and brings up some topics that parents may want to discuss with younger readers, such as teen pregnancy and addiction. A read-alike for this novel is Efren Divided, which highlights a family story that deals with themes of immigration and deportation. I would recommend this book for children ages 11 to 13. Our next book is When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Muhammad. This is a stunning graphic novel memoir that tells the true story of Omar Muhammad and his experience growing up in a Kenyan refugee camp. This book explores themes of perseverance through seemingly insurmountable obstacles, self-love, and loyalty. And I would recommend this book to children ages 10 to 15. The Prettiest by author Bridget Young. When an anonymous student posts a list ranking the top 50 prettiest girls in 8th grade at their school, 3 girls, Eve, Nessa, and Sophie, team up to figure out who made the list and to get revenge. This book addresses current issues of online bullying, toxic masculinity, and objectification through an engaging storyline that features diverse perspectives and characters. And I would highly recommend this book for kids ages 12 to 15. Pashmina by Nidhi Chanani. Getting along with your parents is challenging for any teenager, but navigating cultural differences on top of that can make it seem nearly impossible. Main character Pri has trouble understanding her mom, who was born in India and immigrated to the US years ago. Also, Pri's mother refuses to tell her why she left Pri's father in India and why she immigrated in the first place. So when Pri gets the chance to travel to India during a family crisis, she jumps on the opportunity to finally get some answers. This novel has beautifully drawn art and imaginative fantasy elements that combine to make this a must-read for the middle school set. Ghost Boys by Jewel Parker Rhodes is a timely book regarding police brutality told by the ghost of a young boy, Jerome, who was shot by a white police officer in Chicago. Jerome, the ghost, ends up befriending the daughter of the police officer who shot him. This is a poetic, moving story that helps young readers better understand the experiences and fears of young African Americans in our country. I would recommend this book for ages 12 to 15. Well, I hope this video helped you find some new Read Woke reading ideas for your elementary and middle school children. I will be showing you an additional list of reading materials that you can look through, as well as a master list of all of the books that we covered in today's video. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for listening. Bye.